Developing now, Hurricane Helene is now a Category 2 storm. Throughout the show, we're tracking the system and preparing you for what's to come. And the Travs are championship winners. They took the trophy after a 16-year drought in this league series. We'll show you how the intense game played out. Plus, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. We're highlighting an artist bringing a creative twist to highlight the culture. THB 11 News at noon starts right now. Thank you for joining us this Thursday. As we come on the air, Hurricane Helene is tracking to make landfall in Florida tonight. We know that's in Florida, we're in Arkansas, right, but the impacts are still going to be felt here.
It is, and this is a serious enough and strong enough storm that, you know, we've got friends and relatives down there, and so, exactly, you know, we want to be aware, of course, of what is going on. So we do have a Hurricane Helene. She is Category 2. It was expected to be Category 3 around late afternoon. That means we're going to have some winds that are a little crazy. So we're looking at 120-mile-per-hour winds, and that's going to continue into when it makes landfall. Now, it was thought that it could be a Category 4. We're going to be on the higher end of Category 3, which is much, much better. That pink area you see that's shaded along the coastline, that bend, big bend, could see 10 to 20 feet of a storm surge. So as those waves and the hurricane just kind of push all of that water up on shore. So as it makes landfall, it's going to just start to dissipate just quickly. By Friday morning, tomorrow morning, we're looking at 65-mile-per-hour winds, but everything off to the east of that track is under severe storm watch and could have tornadoes as well. So there's a lot associated with this storm. And then as it makes its way northerly, we got that upper level low that is just going to pull it our way. Thank you very much. We could just do without that, but we are looking at that pulling in some rain showers into our forecast, especially in the northern and northeastern portion of the state for your Friday. We're going to see exactly how far west it goes. We're still keeping an eye on that, but I'll keep you updated. But right now we're at 105 miles per hour, gusting to 125, and continues to intensify.
Wow, Tracy, thank you. As we continue to track Hurricane Helene developments, Florida is bracing for what's now a Category 2 system. Dave Malkoff takes you on the line of impact.
Hurricane Helene's outer bands are already hammering the entire west coast of Florida. Mandatory evacuations are up in at least 20 coastal counties, and Governor Ron DeSantis is warning residents to move to higher ground now.
Every minute that goes by brings us closer to having conditions that are going to be simply too dangerous to navigate.
Forecasters expect Helene will make landfall tonight in the Big Bend region, where Gulf waters are already spilling over barriers and flooding roadways. Storm surge could be as high as 20 feet. Tampa General has installed what they call an aqua fence, this watertight barrier designed to protect the building against flooding. The plywood is up and the sandbags are filled.
Once the storm hits, I'm headed for dry land back in towards the other side of the county.
Helene hit Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula yesterday as a Category 1 storm, flooding the Cancun area. It's now traveling over the warm waters of the Gulf, where it is expected to swell in size and strength. Hurricane hunters flew into the eye wall Wednesday to gather data. On the ground, federal task forces from around the country are headed to the region, including this team from Pennsylvania.
People that do not evacuate, that need rescue, there could be a swiftwater rescue environment due to flash flooding.
After hitting Florida, Helene is expected to spin throughout the southeast with damaging winds, flash flooding, and a tornado threat. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Atlanta.
And in a THB 11 traffic alert, the roads appear to be moving after an intense morning rush. Now, this is a look at the city's grid. Now, some of you may have even been stuck this morning while driving on parts of I-40 and I-30. Now, what you could have been seeing is that there's a lot of green right now, and it looks like you may only experience the typical lunchtime rush now, but there's This is what we're seeing right now, so that's a good thing. Lots of green. But here's a look at the grid from earlier, showing a completely different story. As you can see, most of the interstate system was lit up in red from parts of I-40 all the way to the I-30 merger heading over the river bridge. A reminder to plan ahead of your trips out. RDOT will soon shut down the bridge to introduce new lanes. And happening today, the city of North Little Rock is introducing a newly upgraded facility that will help better serve the community. Just an hour ago, our team watched as crews cut the ribbon to the all-new Blaze Fire Station 11. It's a major upgrade to the previous 2,000 square foot facility. Now it spans 76,000 square feet. It has an immediate goal of serving eastern parts of North Little Rock, and the final price tag of the station topped off at about $4.9 million. And we want to put an important event happening tomorrow on your radar. Adults can take advantage of free dental services Saturday. The event starts at 7 in the morning at the Arkansas Family Dental in Little Rock. Dental services are being offered on a first-come, first-served basis. And remember, it's only for adults. Children will not receive free service. This afternoon, the U.S. Attorney General spent the morning in Little Rock addressing lowering crime rates in Little Rock. The video you're seeing is from that briefing held just hours ago. Attorney General Merrick Garland sat alongside federal, state, and local law enforcement leaders. There, he acknowledged their services for helping reduce crime across the capital city.
I'm grateful for your participation and your partnership, because partnerships among our agencies are the only way we're going to solve this problem.
TGV 11's Rebecca Brown attended the meeting and will have an in-depth breakdown tonight at 5 and 6. Well, this afternoon, local Greek life organizations are sharing their support behind a legislative move circling through Congress, aiming to stop hazing in all forms. On Tuesday, the House of Representatives unanimously voted to approve a new set of anti-hazing policies. Though Arkansas already has certain rules in place, the latest move from Congress would make hazing a federal crime. Lawmakers address the law, bringing focus to the emotion felt when the act of hazing takes away a life.
The only thing that we can do now is harness that pain and try to do something positive with it.
In its next step, the proposal will make its way to the U.S. Senate for a vote. Meanwhile, schools like the University of Arkansas are actively taking part in National Hazing Prevention Week. And sticking with the nation's capital, the U.S. Senate also making significant progress to stop the government from shutting down. Late last night, a new spending bill passed with 341 votes. The bill will fund federal agencies through the start of the next fiscal year. It also comes with compromise, as lawmakers approved more than $200 million to go towards additional security for the former president.
We are providing Donald Trump with the protection that he needs in the face of dangerous threats of would-be assassins and terrorist regimes like Iran.
It is a relief for the country that once again bipartisanship prevailed to stop another shutdown threat.
At this hour, the only thing left for it to become official is President Biden must sign the bill into law. And now to some local and exciting news. The Arkansas Travelers are spending the day celebrating after snagging their first championship win in over a decade. Last night, the Travs went into the third and final game of the Texas League Championship Series. It came down to a tie game at the bottom of the final inning, but even in the midst of pressure, the Travs overcame, going on to score their first championship win since 2008.
Things in life don't go your way for a minute. A little bit of doubt always creeps in, and I can't lie. But I feel like when you hold on to the light, when you hold on to the hope and your faith and your belief that things are going to work out, then nothing could ever destroy that. And that's what we did today, and that's why we were able to just come back so quickly, because we never lost hope.
Now, hope is a defining moment which have the Travs back on top. And we know there's no celebrating if you happen to fall sick. In this fall season, more Americans are concerned about coming down with something. Natalie Brand shares why it's more important than ever to get your vaccines.
She's amazing. CDC Director Dr. Mandy Cohen is rolling up her sleeve to get the flu shot, setting an example for everyone to get vaccinated this fall.
I wouldn't recommend something for the American people that I wouldn't recommend for my own family.
But a new survey from the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases shows fewer than 1 in 5 U.S. adults are concerned about flu, COVID-19, RSV, or pneumococcal disease.
We have the power to shape how this season is going to go, because if last season is any prediction of this season, that means 800,000 hospitalizations of flu, COVID, and RSV. We know that these vaccines can cut the risk of hospitalization in half.
The survey also finds many do not plan to get vaccinated, citing concerns about side effects and distrust of vaccines. New CDC data finds just 45% of adults got the flu vaccine last year and 23% got a COVID-19 shot. Health officials say we need to do better.
Even though these may not prevent disease, better to have a sniffle than to be in the intensive care units.
Bridget Groves of the American Pharmacists Association is doing her part as pharmacists nationwide get ready to administer them.
If someone's hesitating, what would you tell them?
We hear a lot of misinformation and a lot of distrust and have concerns. The number one thing I would say if you're concerned or you have hesitancy is ask your questions. We know that the vaccines are safe. We know that they're effective.
Health officials say there should be ample supply of the vaccines this year and predict they should be a good match to fight the strains expected to circulate. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
This month, Americans are being encouraged to remember life insurance coverage. Just ahead, we'll tell you why and provide which policies might be best for you.
Our Thursday weather is picture perfect. Big changes headed our way courtesy of Hurricane Helene. Stay with me. We're going to talk more about that forecast and what you can expect for the weekend coming up after the break.